Here our course contents is, and what we are going to discuss, this is pre-sales. Can you see them? Okay. Pre-sales activities, process study, scope study, what is SLA, types of projects. In types of projects, implementation project, then support and maintenance, what is meant by ticket, then migration project, rollout project, enhancement project. Apart from this, we will discuss authorization, how to copy a schema, how to create a schema, then reports, then integration between SAP HR and FI, SD, MM and PP. Apart from this, here implementation, what is meant by project structure, what is meant by core team, key users, how a project manager will do in real-time scenario, and what is meant by group leader and team leader, senior consultant, a consultant, associate consultant, application consultant, and there is a tool which is used to do the implementation in real-time scenario, that is called a tool, a SAP methodology, that is project preparation, BBP, realization, final preparation, and go live. Apart from this, we will discuss a little bit of solution manager, because in real scenario, most of the implementations, they use solution manager. So this is the course content which we are going to discuss. Okay? Yeah. No, I'm sorry, last time I didn't record actually. I'm sorry to say. Now I'm recording, I will send it to you after this class. Welcome. Now we will discuss today pre-sales activities, process study, scope study and SLA. This is our today's content. Okay. Now here, here. Do you know what is meant by client? What is client?
They have like a 000.
No. Forget. No, Mr. Meena. Ms. Meenal. Client, I'm not asking about the 800 000.
Okay.
So when you go for the client place or company place.
Okay.
So,
I get it. Like wherever you're working.
Yeah. Okay. Client is nothing but is a company where SAP is to be implemented. Okay. Say for example, there is a company, assume that ASIC software solution. Okay. ASIC software solution, it is a client. In our language, in SAP terminology, it is called a client. Okay. Here, ASIC software solution, which is using a software, assume that they are using Oracle and PeopleSoft. Here, Oracle and PeopleSoft both are ERPs. What is meant by ERP?
Enterprise resource management. Enterprise resource management.
Planning ERP. So this is industry specific, because whatever the application, whatever the ERP package, if you can purchase from any vendor, so it is going to fulfill your requirements as well as other company requirements. So what we can say, every ERP is industry specific. Say for example, there are different types of industries are there. Pharma company, like manufacturing company, like IT company, like construction company. Because if you go for different companies, their business scenarios are different. So whatever the business type it is, where SAP and other ERPs are fit for to integrate the data of all the business scenarios in the company. Okay. Now, ASIC software solutions, they have a software, so where they are maintaining the data in Oracle and PeopleSoft. Here a question. can they integrate the data which is being maintained in PeopleSoft and Oracle? Your answer is yes or no?
Yes, they should be making the data in Oracle or PeopleSoft. Yes.
They can maintain. Can they integrate the data which is in Oracle or in PeopleSoft?
Integrate.
Integrate in the sense, you see,
I understand. Like, integrate means I'm no, I don't know whether they can integrate. I know like in SAP, like they can integrate like two modules in the personal administration.
absolutely right. Absolutely right. Okay.
Yeah. So I don't know what is this like Oracle.
Okay, I will tell you. So you have finished your course in semester. Okay. Here, FI people will create company and company code.
Yeah.
Cost center, business area, fiscal year variant, chart of accounts and GL accounts, FI people will create it here, right?
Yeah.
Whatever the data will they create, can they hit into HR? Yes.
Yeah.
So this is called integration.
Yeah.
But in Oracle is purely for finance. PeopleSoft is purely for HR.
Okay.
So whatever the salaries the HR people will calculate in PeopleSoft, so it may not reflect in Oracle. Why? Because Oracle is developed by one group of vendors and PeopleSoft is developed by one group of vendors.
Okay.
So that is the reason to integrate PeopleSoft and Oracle, they depend on one more application. It is a cost consuming and time consuming. Oh, so for that reason, Arctic Software Solutions, they need an application where they can integrate the total business scenario of the company. Say for example, so company means here, it is HR, FI, sales, marketing and material and production. So company in the sense, there should be HR, there should be FI, there should be sales, there should be marketing, there should be material. Production, if it is a manufacturing company, there will be a production. The thing is here, whatever the data the production people has to maintain, whatever the data the material people has to maintain, whatever the data the people, marketing and sales people has to maintain, whatever the data FI people has to maintain, whatever data the HR people has to maintain, if you can integrate without any third party tool, that is the best product in the market. So that's the reason 81% of the market is being placed by the SAP. Why? Because in SAP, the beautification of SAP is we can we don't need the third party tools and we can integrate on a single screen.
Okay.
So that's the reason almost all the companies waiting for a product where they can integrate all kinds of data. Here I will tell you one example. There is a plant where they can manufacture some computers. A customer has done a call to the CEO and demanded 1,000 computers. The CEO, if he has each and every data on his desktop, immediately he can say that yes, I will provide 1,000 computers within 10 days. If this is the case, immediately he has to give the advance. So the advance we can develop the business. But if the CEO, if he may not have the data on his desktop, okay, I want to ring a call to my material manager, I want to ring a call to my production manager, I want to ring a call to my CFO, but each and everything it will take 1 or 2 days. So within these 2 days, what will happen? The customer or the vendor who rang a call to the CEO, he will choose for another company. So that's the reason wherever we can integrate all business scenarios into a single screen by using a transaction code, he comes to know how much of material is there. By using a transaction code, we come to know how many finished goods are ready in the godown. So by using a transaction code and what material is required to produce, to manufacture this X number of commodities. So by entering the shortcut keys, the CEO or the person who is responsible for the company, he comes to know by entering all the shortcut keys, irrespective of the place. He may not be in the office, he may be in his bedroom, or he may be in the traveling, he may be somewhere. If he has a laptop, just he can open and we can enter into the application, we can see and we can give the answer so that we can develop the business if SAP product is into the company. So for that reason, the Arctic Software Solutions, they need a better application rather than Oracle and PeopleSoft. Okay? Okay. Now, there are many SAP implementation companies. Say for example IBM, I've seen that. Say for example Satyam, now Tech Mahindra. Say for example Wipro. Okay? Now, each and every outsourcing company like IBM, Satyam, Wipro, they have BDMs. BDMs of SAP sales. Business Development Manager. Then BDE, Business Development Executive. These people, they will visit different manufacturing companies and IT companies and pharma companies, and they will explain about the importance of the SAP product, and they are into SAP implementation, and they will explain each and everything to the client. A BDM and a BDE from IBM or a Satyam or a Wipro can visit a company like Office Software Solution, and they have to explain about the importance of SAP, how SAP, why SAP, and how SAP is better than other ERPs like Oracle and PeopleSoft. If you can purchase SAP, what will happen, what are the benefits you are going to get it here, and each and everything these people, BDM and BDE, they will explain certain companies like Office Software Solutions. Office Software Solutions, they are waiting for, they are intending to purchase a software which can give more integration rather than Oracle and PeopleSoft. Is it clear? Okay. Okay, once BDM and BDE, either from IBM and Satyam and Wipro, whenever they go to Office Software Solutions, now Office Software Solutions, the structure of the Office Software Solution, it is into IT head is there. So the IT head will take decision whether we have to go with SAP or not, so that he has to conduct a meeting with the top management. As we are Oracle and PeopleSoft, we are not getting reports as per our requirements. So if you step into SAP, we will get abundant reports, and we can get all the data which will be integrated on a single screen, and he has to explain the IT head. In some companies it is called IT head, in some companies it's called CIO, Chief Information Officer. And different companies will have different names. It can be like technical head or IT head or CIO. Different companies will have different names. Whatever the name it is, the person who will take care of the technical things. Okay. Now, once he can convince the top management, now they will call the BDMs and BDs, and they will ask BDM to send the right professionals from your company. From IBM, there is a team. Project manager of HR, project manager is something from Nina. Okay, so a project manager or a senior most consultant will go to Office Software Solutions. There she has to give the presentation. Okay. Now what I mean to say, so presentation means every consultant has to prepare certain PPTs. It's not more than 10 and 15, and they have to explain how SAP is going to work, how SAP is better than other products, how HR is going to work, how FI is going to work, how SD is going to work, how PP is going to work, how each and everything is going to work. They have to explain here. Once they explain, the Office Software Solution, IT head and CIO and the management, they agreed, they accepted, they are very happy. Now if they want to go for a SAP implementation, again they have to invite these IBM people for the process study. Process study means what is the business process is in the company. Say for example, there is Office Software Solutions. It is into plant and corporate office. There are 3 plants are into different locations. The corporate office is in one location. There are different types of employees, like permanent employees, like temporary employees, like probationary employees, like corporate employees, and plant employees. They have different work schedules like morning shift, and evening shift, and night shift, and general shift, rotation shift. Okay? Different employees will get different salary components like basic salary, like other components like benefits, different. This is called a process study. Process study in the sense how HR is going to run into the company. The senior HR consultant from outsourcing company or implementation company like IBM, they will go to the Office Software Solutions. There they have to study each and everything and has to process and what scope of business process is going to be implemented into the company.
Okay.
Is it clear?
Yeah.
Okay. Now once we go for the process study, it will take 5 to 10 days. There you have to stay there and you have to interact and approach the HR people, and they will give you the business scenarios and they will give you a documentation. You have to read the documentation and you can ask so many questions to them so that you can understand how HR department is going to work. Say for example, how hiring process in your company, they will explain this is the hiring process. So if an employee is submitted in my company, we will give you an advertisement. After giving an advertisement, and we will get the applications or the resumes. So first we have to shortlist the resumes. After shortlisting the resumes, we will conduct certain interviews or written tests. After written tests, we will conduct oral tests. After oral tests, we will call the candidates for the negotiations. After the negotiations, we will give an appointment to them. This is the business process. How to run payroll on an employee? Say for example, an employee is getting salary for weekly or monthly. If you assume that. If an employee getting salary on monthly, how does he get salary? He will get salary monthly. And what is the payment day? Last working day. If January 31st, he is going to get the salary. If it is February, he is going to get the salary either 28th or 29th. If it is March, he is getting salary on 31st. If it is April, he is getting salary on 30th. So, after knowing the process study, how much of scope SAP is going to fulfill their requirements. Here, based on the scope study, there will be MOU, that is Memorandum of Understanding between the two parties. Here in the scope study, what we are going to tell to them, say for example, the requirement of the company is, assume that 100% requirements they need. Of 100%, no application, no ERP can fulfill 100% requirement of the company. If anybody says that, okay, we will fulfill 100% requirements, to be frank, we are going to cheat them. So that is the reason of 100% requirement, if you are going to fulfill 80% of the requirements of the client, that means, so what is the scope study of the implementation? The scope study of implementation is 80%. Okay, once you can say frankly that 80% of the business process into HR can be implemented without any failure, and we can generate almost all the report and we can show out almost all the outputs. If you can give an assurance to them, then the people can go for the SLA. Now SLA stands for Service Level Agreement. Service Level Agreement, somebody they will call as Service Line Agreement. So here Service Level Agreement or a Service Line Agreement is nothing but is MOU, Memorandum of Understanding between Office Software Solutions and the IBM, say for example. Is it clear?
Yeah. Okay. Can you say that like MOU, what is that like a memo?
Memorandum of Understanding. It is, yeah, it is an agreement between the two parties. It is an agreement.
Okay.
Okay? Okay, it's an agreement. Once MOU or SLA is done, now the client is Office. Okay? Implementing partner. Implementing partner is assume that IBM. Here, we the consultants, we are going to work through IBM to Office clients. So here, we should have two mail IDs. This is asked in the interview because if you go for an interview as a fresher, they will ask all the definitions. What is SAP? What is R3? What is system landscape? what is enterprise structure, what is time management, what is payroll, what is personal development, what is benefits, what is garnishments, what is tips, and what is triple 8, what is 14, 15, what is 267, what is off-cycle payroll, what is CAPS, what is ESS, MSS, and what is e-recruitment. They will ask the definitions and the paths and as well as the table names also. If you are a fresher, but if you go for a fresher, I think the market is not good. If you go as a fresher, I think it's highly impossible to get a job right now, till 1 year also. So we have to put 1.5 years or 2 years of an experience, state experience. So when you put a state experience, they will ask, first person, who is your client? That means whatever the client which you are going to put in your resume, yeah, whether SAP HR is there, and if that is, say, assume that our client is ASIC. They will ask the client description. Here, what I mean to say, whatever the client you are putting into your resume when you go, before you go for the interview, you have to get the description, what type of industry it is, what is it manufacturing, what is its total turnover per year, who is its CEO, managing director, and how many employees are there, in how many locations the company is spread, and is it a CNM 5-level company or what type of company it is. We have to know each and everything. You can put a question. But how should I get each and everything here? Because once we are in the SAP, we have to get the data of the client. Or else, as soon as you go for interview, if I am the interview panel board members, I will put a simple question. Okay, Neenal, very good. You did the 3 implementations and you have 2 years of experience and appreciate you. Welcome to our company. So tell me, what did you do in your company? If I put a question, you have to explain each and everything. I don't put a second question. I will put only one question. That is the first and last question. What did you do in your company? Tell me the client description. Tell me in how many locations the company was spread. How many personal areas have we created? How many sub areas have we created? How many employee groups and subgroups and payroll areas and work schedules have we created? This tell one by one, one by one, one by one, one by one.
Okay, you say like you worked in a payroll, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Payroll for 200 employees.
Okay.
So, like you have to create a I know you have to create a payroll area.
Yeah.
Working.
Okay.
You have to create employee group, employee subgroup, and personal area, personal sub areas.
Okay. Here, though the PA is customized by somebody, because in particularly in US scenario, no single consultant will do the implementation. But in Indian scenario, a single consultant will do the implementation.
Okay.
Coming to US scenario, there will be a separate consultant for PA, separate consultant for time administration, a separate consultant for payroll. Okay. You said that if you are working on a payroll, then you run payroll because you have to run payroll for different types of employees.
Yeah.
So that is the reason, though you are a payroll consultant, you should know how many employee groups and subgroups are there.
Yeah, I should know, but do I have to create them?
No. Here it is created by the PA consultant. PA consultant. But if you can customize, you can customize here. But the thing is here, whatever the PA consultant they have created, in PA they have to create personal areas, sub areas, employee group and subgroups and personal actions like info group and action type and action menu and change action region and action region. They have to create it here. But you should know what did they create. Don't escape that I have customized only payroll, I know only payroll. Because without a person you can't run payroll. Am I right, please?
Yes. Right.
So that's the reason. Though you can work in payroll, but you should know how many personal areas are there, how many sub areas are there, how many employee groups and subgroups, because you have to run payroll for each and every employee, right?
Yes.
Okay. So first you have to know the client description. Once you know the client description, type of industry you have to know, and each and everything you have to know, that's it. After that, here, when MOU is done, the client people, they wanted to see how many consultants are going to come to the client side to do the implementation. So they want to know the total team structure. the total stream structure. Now IBM, what they have to do? They will check how many employees are on the bench. Is it what it means by bench?
Like they don't have a project.
Yeah, they don't have any project and simply they will come and sit on the bench. That's it.
Yeah.
But how many employees are there on the bench? They have to calculate. How many consultants are required to do implementation? Because in MOU or in SLA, everything is specified. A team of SAP consultants containing 37 team size. That means 37 consultants are going to come to OSIC and they do the implementation with a specified period. It can be 1 year or 2 years or 3 years. So based on the size of the company. Okay. A team is going to visit. Now, the client people, they have to test even the team. Whether the team which is going to come to OSIC, whether they are well qualified, whether they are well trained, whether they are well experienced or not. Because this is the best product in the world. So they need the best professionals. So whether they are the best professionals or not, so IBM will check whether employees are available or not. Assume that no employee is available, almost all the employees are busy with the implementation. So what do? They have to give an advertisement. They have to give an advertisement saying that recruitment of SAP HR, Finance, MM, ABAP and basis consultants and their requirements are like this. One is at least one full cycle implementation. One full life cycle implementation.
What is made?
Yeah. Just I will tell you. Wait a minute, please. Implementation. Or one end-to-end project. One end-to-end implementation. First one. Second one is knowledge in support. Third one is domain experience is must. Fourth one is good communicative skills. By specifying these 4 skills, they will give you an advertisement. Okay. Now, many aspirants who want to get a job in SAP HR, FIB, BAP and BASIS and MM and TP, they will apply for the post. In which few resumes are shortlisted and rest is rejected. Here, one thing I want to say. Whatever the requirement which is specified in the papers or in the portals, job portals, these 4 skills should be reflected in your resume. If they are not reflected in your resume is not shortlisted. Why? Because the client clearly said, frankly said, my dear IBM management, we need professionals. We need the consultants having some experience in full lifecycle implementation and knowledge in support and domain experience and good skills, because the person who is not able to communicate well. Because technical consultants may not have the communicative skills, because they are purely technical people, they will sit before the system and they have to do something and they will but the functional consultant is a person or a mediator who will go to and who will approach the client people and try to understand the business process of the company. Here I want to say one thing here. A general manager of a company who is into HR, he has been working in the company for the last 20 years but may not know each and every HR activity in the company. But as soon as you go to the company, how is it possible to know each and every HR activity or the business process in the company? Is it possible?
Communicating with the people.
Yeah, absolutely. But here the general manager, he is into one company, into HR, because he is thrown into one corner of the HR, so he comes to know only that corner. But here, being an SAP HR consultant, here you are going to interact with all the people like HR, payroll, time, TA, personal, different people you are going to approach, so you come to know. Okay? So that is the reason whether an employee, whether a consultant has the domain experience or not.
Okay, domain experience means like
like you must have worked as an HR manager or HR executive in the company. Here, if you don't have, put 1 or 2 years of domain experience, though it is a fake, nothing to worry. Without having domain, some resumes are not shortlisted. Based on the requirement, whatever the requirement which is in the job portal which you can see, based on that you have to prepare your resume and again just to post it. Next here. Here you ask me what is full life cycle implementation. Okay. Do you have any idea about end-to-end implementation?
End-to-end means like from the start, like create the payroll and then end is like you have to test the payroll, whether it's running a payroll, and then make sure that it runs.
Okay, it's right, but it's not called end-to-end implementation. So end-to-end implementation means starting from the scratch level till to deliver the product. If you can participate from the scratch level in the sense whenever you go to the company, you should understand the business process. To understand the business process, you have to prepare so many documents, question and answer database. You have to give the client people and conduct certain workshops. Within the workshops, you have to explain what I have understood. This is a business scenario. This is a business process of your company. This is my understanding. And apart from this, what are the business process are there in your company? Please tell me one by one. In the workshop, you have to explain to them. After that, you have to prepare a BBP, business blueprint. Meenal, is it clear? Okay. Once the BBP or a document which we have prepared, then we have to put into the system. Once you put it in the system, you have to test it. In the testing, if it comes with 100%, we will take user acceptance test from the client side people. And on a specific day, we have to transfer the data from the development server to directly into the production server, and we have to deliver the product. We have a class on landscape. We will discuss with a screenshot, nothing to worry. Okay. This is called one full life cycle implementation or one end-to-end implementation. Okay. Here I will tell you one thing here. Here in ASAP methodology, we have 5 phases: project preparation, BBP, realization, final preparation, go live and support. If any consultant will participate from 1 to 5, it is known as one full life cycle implementation or end-to-end implementation. But most of the cases, once the BBP is prepared, the documentation is prepared. The documentation, BBP stands for Business Blueprint, nothing but it's a documentation which reflects the complete requirement of the client. The senior most consultant will prepare the BBP. By watching the BBP, if you enter the course into the system, that means a consultant will enter at realization phase. If he can enter in the realization phase, it is not treated end-to-end implementation. Why? The client people or the implementing partners specify that one full life cycle implementation. That means a consultant who can participate from project preparation to go live and support is known as only end-to-end implementation and one full life cycle implementation.
Okay. One general question.
Yes.
Like a business blueprint, after you prepare that, you will come to know like how many consultants they need, right?
Yeah, absolutely right.
So most of the people, like as a junior person, junior functional consultant,
Okay.
you're getting to the project as a realization, right?
Absolutely right.
Yeah. Most of the senior people will go for this business blueprint.
Absolutely right.
So, but like when you create a resume, like you cannot say end-to-end project preparation, right?
Yeah, but if you can't specify in your resume that you have not participated in end-to-end implementation, your resume is not shortlisted.
Okay, so I have to say that. Okay.
Okay, to get shortlist of a resume, we have to put end-to-end. So what we are going to do end-to-end, I'm here to discuss. Nothing to it. Okay, is it clear?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, at least one full life cycle implementation in end-to-end implementation. Here, if you can put in a resume, they will ask the questions are like this. Who is your client? Who is your project manager? Who is your team leader? What is your reporting structure? Who is your client side? Reporting structure. Reporting structure. So reporting structure means, assume that I will tell you.
Okay.
PM is there. Okay. Under PM, TL is there. Team leader. Under TL, senior consultant is there. Under senior consultant, your position, consultant.
Okay.
That means your reporting boss is senior consultant or team leader.
Yeah.
So, like you, there are so many consultants.
Okay. Reporting.
Reporting structure. Is it clear?
Yeah.
So, because if you have the genuine experience, it's very simple. We need not get by heart all these things. They are very simple. So, my team leader is my immediate reporting boss, and whatever I have to do daily wise activities, and he has to assign me, and I will do it, and I will assign the same task to my team leader. You can say like this. And one more thing here. As I told you that you may have two mail IDs. One is from IBM. Second one is for ASIC. They will ask you mail IDs of IBM and ASIC also. Apart from this, they will ask your project manager name, team leader name.
One is the client ID, the two mail IDs, and the one is the client.
Yeah, second one is your employer.
Okay.
Is it clear?
Yeah. Okay.
Now this is one way. And second way is this is called permanent employee. So whenever you get a call from the consultancy, first question is, are you a permanent employee or a contract employee? They will ask here. So what is mean by contract employee? There is a consultancy. That is Madhu Consultancy. I am sending the candidates to IBM. So you are going to work on payroll of Madhu Consultancy but not IBM.
Yeah.
So here Madhu Consultancy is there. You are working for IBM to the ASIC client. If this is the case, you are only contract employee for the IBM, but a permanent employee for the Madhu Consultancy. Is it clear?
Yes.
Sometimes, not sometimes, most of the cases, the interview panel board member, they will test us whether you are a permanent employee or directly can say, I am a permanent employee for the Madhu Consultancy. But you can say. That means here you have the ID for the Madhu Consultancy and IBM and ASIC. Okay? Now, so after this they will ask if he is a project manager and what is his name and what is his mail ID also, because most of the cases we will send reports, send tasks to our project manager. So you have to know their mail ID, even their mobile numbers also.
Okay.
So why mobile numbers? Because so whenever you put a resume, whenever you pass your resume into the portal, so tell one of your best friends that he is the project manager into your implementation. Sometimes the client people will ring a call to the project manager whether Neenal is working with you or not.
Okay.
Team leader and one name and one mail ID and you tell some mobile number. Okay? Most of the cases they never call. They will test your genuinity.
Okay.
Okay? So these are the things which we have to discuss. Now this is one full life cycle implementation and end-to-end implementation. Okay. Next one is knowledge and support. Knowledge and support in the sense whether the consultant will have the knowledge once the product is over, once the product is delivered to the client people are using the SAP product.
Okay.
While using the product, if they get any error, if they have any doubt, there will be a support team who always help them.
Yeah.
So that is the reason a consultant will have the knowledge and support, because once, as per SLA, once implementation is over, a team will be there for 2 months or 3 months to give a support. So that is the reason they will test us the support knowledge. After then, domain experience. If you must have worked as an HR executive or HR manager, what did you do? So you can tell.
Like SAP experience, like you might have been the HR department.
Yeah, HR department. If you have HR department, it's very easy to get a job. If the requirements are more, nobody bothers about all these things. If the requirements are less, there is a problem. Okay? Then communication skills while speaking, they come to know. Okay? So this is called pre-sales activities. Pre-sales activities in the sense, before MOU, before SLA, what are the activities which are done between the client and the employer are called pre-sales activities. Pre-sales activities in the sense, visiting of the BDMs and visiting the senior consultants during the presentation. Once it is okay, we can go for the process study. Process study will take 5 to 10 days. There, we have to understand, we have to study the business process of the company. After that, how much of scope can SAP fulfill their requirements? Once we can say that this much of scope we can implement into your company, that is the case. So we can go for the MOU or the SLA. Once we can, once the MOUI or SLA is done, now the client people will test or will interview. So interview the consultants which are going to do the implementation. So there, if the IBM won't have the consultants right now, they have to give the advertisement in the paper. Within the paper, they have to specify all the requirements what they need. Okay, like this. How here knowledge and support, like domain experience is must and good skills, and as well as end-to-end implementation, they have to ask. Okay. Now, if you get a call, for the first time you will get a call from IBM. If the IBM people are satisfied with your skills, and they will tell you. So meanwhile, you will get a call from even client side also, be careful. So the client side people, they will ask about your knowledge. What is end-to-end implementation? What is support? How many years of domain experience you have? And why are you leaving your previous company? And who is a project manager? And who is your team leader? And what is mean by landscape? How many payroll layers have you created? How many?
What is the landscape?
No, we have a class. On landscape, we have a class. Landscape is nothing but arrangement of the servers. Arrangement of the servers we will discuss. We have a class. Now, what question they are going to ask, I will tell you. Apart from this, there is a first question like tell about yourself. After tell about yourself, what you are going to tell, based on that, they will put some more questions. Okay? So once it is finished, and it can be assigned to your client. You can assign to the client. Now, a team will go to a client side place. Now that is called implementation project. Is it clear?
Yes.
So this is nothing but pre-sales activities, process study, scope study, and SLA, and BDMs and BDS, and presentations, and SLA, and MOU. Is it clear?
Yes.
Okay. Once it is done, now it is an implementation project as you know. What is mean by implementation? Exactly what is mean by project? Any idea, please?
So project is like the activity like you need that needs to be done for the year, right?
Absolutely right. So project is nothing but collection of activities which are to be finished within a specified period.
Yes.
If you want to start from your office to your home, it's a project.
Yes.
Because within half an hour I want to go to my home as my daughter is waiting for me. If that is the case, within half an hour you have to go to your home. So a project is this. Now what is mean by implementation?
You have to like according to the like business requirements, you customize the project and then you.
Yeah. Okay. Still something.
Yeah, you have to like according to the business process, you have to implement the project and then depending upon the requirements. And then there is a standard system you implement them and then you customize it according to the business process.
Okay. Good.
Yeah.
Appreciate you.
We have certain standard systems.
Okay. Here I will put one more question. What is SAP?
Okay.
No. Why I'm asking, because when you go for the scope study or the process study, because you are going to give a presentation to the IT people who are in the company. So if you say what is SAP and how SAP is going to give a solution to them. Could you tell me what is SAP?
Okay.
Yeah, nothing to worry, because SAP stands for Systems, Applications, Products and Data Processing. It's an ERP package. Not system. Be careful. Systems, applications and products. Systems, applications and products in data processing. Now SAP is a software product which is used to process the company's data. That's it.
So what is this R3 real time?
Yes, I'm coming to the point only. I will tell you. So here the SAP is clear, systems, applications and products in data processing. Okay. Now, SAP is an ERP package or SAP is a software solution. SAP is a software product where we can maintain the company's business process. Is it clear?
Yeah.
Okay. We the consultants are going to develop the application or architecture. So we are going to develop the architecture. Every application will have an architecture. Every building will have an architecture. I have a building. The first room is a guest room. Second room is a hall. 3 bedrooms and 1 kitchen and puja room. Each and everything is same. This is the architecture of my building. If you go to Taj Mahal, different architecture. If you go to White House, it has a different architecture. In application also, each and every application will have its own architecture. The architecture name is R3.
What is its name?
R3, R by 3.
R3 architecture name is R3. Okay.
Yeah. Now R stands for real-time data. Real-time data. Okay. 3 stands for 3-tier architecture. Three-tier architecture. 3-tier. Tier means layer. Tier means layer. There are 3 layers. First one is presentation layer. Second one is application layer. Third one is database layer. Here we are going to develop an application. We means SAP consultant. SAP consultant has 2 types, functional consultant and technical consultant. So functional consultant means SAP HR, FI, SD, MM, CP. Technical consultant means ABAP programmer and basis consultant. Am I right, please?
Yeah.
Okay. Now here different people will work in different locations to develop the product. All consultants may not work in one layer. So that is the reason presentation layer is also known as GUI. What is GUI? Graphical interface. Nothing but the front end. So their functional consultants will work here. Second one, application layer. Whatever the data, whatever the business process, whatever the business scenario of the company, we will put into the system. Here it is converted into application language. Because if I put menial, the same menial may not be stored in the database layer. It is converted into SAP terminology. So application layer where the business data will be converted into coding and decoding languages. Where ABAP consultants, ABAP programmers will work here. That means presentation layer where functional consultant will design the product. In application layer, ABAPers will write the program. In third, database layer where basis consultant will take care of database tables. Is it clear? This is R3.
Okay, the database layer will work on that functional or technical.
Technical.
Application layer also like
Technical table. Only in the
presentation layer.
function consultant. Is it clear? Okay. Now in application layer, ABAP programmers will work here. In the database layer, only basis consultant will work here. In presentation layer, function consultant will work here. Is it clear?
Yes.
Okay. This is enough. Now, implementation. Implementation means starting from the scratch level. Earlier there was no SAP into the company. Once SAP was into the company, if you can work on that particular product, it's not called implementation. So whenever you go to the company, our company name is Asik, where SAP was not there, they are using some Oracle and PeopleSoft. This is the first time where the company's data is going to convert it into SAP is called an implementation project. Is it clear?
Yes, clear.
Okay.
I have a question now.
You can.
The existing layer, they have Oracle and PeopleSoft.
Yeah.
How to convert the data into SAP, right?
Yeah.
So the time that I read something like LSMW, data migration system.
Yeah. There is a tool. Yeah, I will tell you one thing here. Say for example, the company was started in 1900 in the company. 1900. Okay. Here, now you are going to implement SAP into the company. Do you want to maintain the data from 1900 or for a specific year?
Otherwise you have to enter the new data, right?
Yeah, what you said is right. But the thing is here, so from 1900 to 2009, they have maintained the data in Oracle. Now, my question is, now from 2009 January onwards, we are going to maintain the data in SAP. Okay? Okay? But we have a meeting with the client people from what cutoff date we are going to use to put the data into SAP. So from 2009 onwards, we are going to maintain the data in SAP. Before 2009, we don't have any data in SAP. So where can we get the data? The previous data we can get in the Oracle.
Okay.
If you here the past data which is used to generate only the report.
Yeah.
To generate a report of the past data, the data which is not in SAP, BI and BW people are there. They will take the data from the Oracle and PeopleSoft and convert it into SAP terminology and they can generate the report. Is it clear?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that I'm coming. Here, the company is one. Company code can be more than one. Personal areas 15, sub areas 20, employee groups are 5, sub groups are 10, payroll areas 2, something you have customized. But there is 1 lakh of employees. Master data you have to maintain. To maintain 1 lakh of employees master data, it will take much time. So instead of taking much time, is there any tool to upload the master data of the employee? There is 2 tools. One is LSMW, that means legacy system migration workbench. What is LSMW? LSMW is a tool which is used to transport the data from non-SAP to SAP. This is done by the functional consultant. Done by the functional consultant. There is one more thing, BDC is there, batch data conversion. Batch data conversion. It is done by the ABAP. Is it clear?
Yeah.
Okay. So in our here the 80% BDC used. If ABAP are not available, we will use the LSMW. I will teach you even LSMW also, nothing to worry. Okay? Okay. Now coming to implementation, once again. Okay. Once a team will go to the client place. Okay. Now what I mean to say here, projects are 2 types. Projects are on-site projects and offshore projects. What is on-site projects? Working with the client place. Offshore means working away from the client place. Is it clear? Say for example, ASI company which is in UK. You are in US. Now you are working on on-site project. On-site project means you should be in UK. After project you can stay in your company place like New Jersey or somewhere, and you can work for the client people. Is it clear? Okay, this is the on-site and offshore project. Okay. Here, today I want to stop it here. Tomorrow we will start the implementation process. What is implementation, what is project structure, what is sourcing, and each and everything we will discuss. Okay? Now I am sending these notes to you. Please download it. Yeah, that you can download it here.